how bad you
What?
how bad you want to go? How
I
bad you
heard
want to get
you.
it?
I heard
Yeah,
you
right,
saying
right,
that
right,
shit too.
right,
Oh, how bad she want to get it. I was like, pretty please. I want to be in there so bad.
right. Hey, Nakama.
Oh, gosh. Let me make sure my boobs is good. Because I don't have on a brassiere like my mom would say.
I was just saying we're on our sophista ratchet.
Oh, yes. Please believe me. Uh,
If anybody knows what that is, sophista ratchet, I just heard it last week from Teacher Moses, and I was like, "That's what we are. We're sophista ratchet." You know what I'm saying? You see the pearls, right? In my mind, where the dollars at? Where
Yo, for
so,
real.
so on my mind? Stilettos. We rocking stilettos, ho.
And I love it when my real ratchet come out too, because that's what I really be feeling at home. I be like, yes, bitch. You don't gotta put on anymore. You don't gotta be in the job. Like, yes, ma'am, thank you. Okay. As soon as you pull up that speaker, you be like, get 'em, clump. And then like, you just ready to go.
Yep,
Straight just like that.
yep.
Ooh.
Shout out to all the sophista ratchet out here.
That,
It's
that,
out here.
that.
Yep.
Oh yes. Make sure these girls stay underneath
Have your have your
the
pearls
cup.
on. Have your Chanel. But you're thinking about E40.
What you said something about E? What you said about E40?
I say you're thinking about E40 because I love
Oh,
E40. You know
oh,
his
okay.
music is popping.
Mhm.
Tell her
I
where to
had
go. Tell her
yeah.
where to go.
Hey.
Go
I love
dumb, dumb,
remember
dumb, dumb.
remember when I told you his verses was popping? I was just like, damn, I didn't know he has hits.
I didn't
I'm
see his.
it was it was really good. I gotta
Really?
say that. Yes. He got so much hits that you didn't even know was him. And you just like, damn, like you just it's something that you could ride to. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to
Mm.
be from Cali. You ain't got it's just that's something you could just be like, yeah. Nah, it was definitely a vibe. It was definitely because he has like if you just go pull up on Spotify, this is E40, just let it
Mhm.
rock. You gonna enjoy it.
Okay, I gotta
Hmm.
do it.
Yep. Thank me later.
Say, he definitely has his own lingo.
Hmm.
Do-ba-do, go dumb, dumb, dumb.
Word.
Oh my God. All right, what
All
time we got
right.
going on? Yeah, I'm about to say.
Hmm.
Are we in the building now that we've all got on? Unfortunately, I can't see a comment. All I see is my last thing that says I can't get in.
Me too.
So I don't know. Do we want to get started? Are people in here? Because if not, let's go.
Let's get started.
Let's do it.
Let's get
Let's-
Yay! Welcome everybody. It's people watching time. Come on now. I know you love that. I love it. I am your girl. I'm a bad habit. And as always, joining me are my fabulous co-stars. Ladies, introduce yourselves.
I'm just Tosh.
Tiger baby on the run eating.
I know it's been a busy day for most of us, but we are here to people watch,
Hmm.
okay? Recap, get all that stuff going. So let's get started because we are already in time. So this week, a lot of stuff has happened. I don't know if you guys were able to see. I want to start off with this. The roast with Kevin Hart. It was on Mother's Day last week, Sunday on Netflix.
Hmm.
And it was interesting to say the least.
Hmm.
So, there was a lot of controversy, and pretty much the controversy was like, is this really freedom of speech, as like the comedics like to say? You actually get an opportunity to really tell some jokes, as
Mm-hmm.
hard as they may seem, or whatever. Or was this like low-key racism,
Mm.
uh, low-key, like, just undermining being, I don't know, what kind of, some of the jokes were a bit like, where does it fall into this, this show? Like, I know it's a roast, so I'll start off by saying, like, I know it's a roast, and I know they've had some in the past. And me being somebody who enjoys comedy, for real, I'm not so like taken back, I should say, by
Mm-hmm.
certain things. Like, because I do feel that comedy is a place where you can bring some kind of funniness, uh, uh, make certain situations a little lighthearted, because truthfully, deep down inside, we all be thinking some of the same things. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So
Mm-hmm.
I'm not the person that's very like, oh my God, you said that. I'm very for the unfiltered comedy.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say,
Mm-hmm.
because I did watch the roast pretty much to the fullest, maybe 30 minutes or so I didn't
Mm-hmm.
watch towards the end. But there were some things in there that I was just like, damn, are we joking on Kevin Hart, or are we being racist? Because they talked about the
Mm.
George Floyd situation. And I
Mm-hmm.
kind of felt some type of way too, meaning he's dead. He's not there. He's
Mm-hmm.
not a part of the roast. So what was the need to bring a joke like that into the set? And if you guys don't know what the joke is, he basically pertained to, like, the jokes being so funny that he can't breathe, that George Floyd can't breathe. Like, and
Okay.
it's like,
You felt like it was in poor taste?
I do. I do. And mind you, this came after a lot of poor taste jokes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They talked about Cheryl Lee Ralph's husband,
Mm-hmm.
who had
Yeah.
committed suicide,
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
and had jumped off a bridge. I mean, that was like right out the gate. So I was just
Mm.
like, oh, they coming for real with, like, that was like out the gate, because
Mm-hmm.
they have all these other comedians on there as well to roast, so
Mm-hmm.
you get roasted on as well.
Mm-hmm.
So they hit on Cheryl Underwood. That's her name. Yeah, Cheryl Underwood.
Mm-hmm.
And they made jokes about that. But she later on went to explain that, they had spoke about it before and she was okay with it, or whatever the case may be. But I still think it was just a little bit of like, where we going with this? But some of the jokes did seem to be a tad bit racial.
Mm-hmm.
I was just trying to figure out, where does that go in the actual roast to Kevin Hart? You can talk about his height, you can talk about the family,
Mm-hmm.
you could talk about his comedy, you could talk about the lackluster, like how what's his name, Cat Williams kind of brought it in. He spoke as well, and he didn't go into being, you black this, you short this, you this that. He just kind of joked on, their beef in a sense,
Mm-hmm.
like stuff like that. It wasn't racial. It was like, yes, unfiltered jokes. But some of the white comedians, I felt like they was like, this is my opportunity.
Yeah, they
Let
were
me
waiting.
go. Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
And
I felt like
and
they
I
was like ready.
and you know what's so crazy, that I didn't really even find them too funny in a sense.
Hmm.
And even like with the host, I felt like he was kind of stale.
Hmm.
So I was kind of wondering, like,
Mm.
why did they have him host? Because he just seems
Oh,
so,
Shane.
yeah, he seems so stale. So like he was reading the prompter, like
And
that's
he
the
kept
feel.
saying that.
Yeah, and it was just like, okay. And so um I didn't even, to be quite honest with you, I didn't even know him and Kat had at all actually. I don't,
Hmm.
did you guys even see, I would have loved to see, I'm not sure if Tiffany Haddish spoke.
Mm-mm.
I would have loved for
Mm.
her. I did like Regina Hall. I think she has this like real, resting bitch face. but to me, she's a little bit much more.
Mm-hmm.
Her jokes lands more or
But did you
better.
notice? But
Hmm.
if you watch the thing, and they made a comment about this, they
Hmm.
never attacked her. Like they
Got
never
it
made one joke
about
about
her.
Regina Hall, and she was sitting right next to Chelsea Handler.
Hmm.
I mean, her facial expressions were like, "Oh no, you fucking lying!" Like, no, we're not doing that. Like, you
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? Like,
Hmm.
yes, these are jokes again, because Cheryl tried to go on and kind of justify it, and she is a comedian. And she was just like, this is freedom of speech. We got to really say some of the things, and I agree with that. Like, I'm not the person that, you gotta call somebody a little person, or you can't say that they're this, you gotta say they're disabled. Like all that stuff I understand when you're making a joke, because she was saying like certain things don't land
Hmm.
right if you're saying it a certain way. I get that. But I did feel like Tiger was saying, especially with some of the white comedics,
Hmm.
that it was like, I'm ready. Let's go. I get to say some shit that
Right.
I've been wanting to
Wanted to
say.
say.
Yeah, because this
Mm-hmm.
is how y'all really are. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like,
They saying they true feelings.
mm-hmm, for real, for real. So I was just like, I don't know. I mean, they said it was a really big, um, like it did big numbers. It was one of the
Hmm.
biggest roasts, kind of per se.
Hmm.
So I get that. Kevin said that he didn't feel no type of way about,
No, because he's the
anything.
perfect. He Kevin has a way of he's likable. So
Hmm.
he has a way
Mm-hmm.
of like bringing everybody together. So even though it's like even because I have like there were some people there. I'm like, why are they there? But I'm like, okay, so there has to be some type
Yeah,
of relationship. He has to have had some type of relationship with them. So I can see, I can see that, I can see them doing that to Kevin, but they couldn't do it to Cat. They wouldn't
no,
have been
Right.
able to do it to. They wouldn't have been able to do it to Dave Chappelle.
but
You
that's
know.
that was the point to like what Kat was saying, like with their beef. So to go back to like
Mm,
understanding what their beef was, a lot of people didn't realize that they had a real beef, and it wasn't like a beef like they were going back at each other. But when Cat
mm,
Williams did do the Shannon Sharp, that big interview, and he
mm,
was
mm.
naming a lot of people, so he named Kevin Hart as being an industry plant.
Okay.
Basically,
Hmm.
like that's what he was saying. Like you'll do whatever for them. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no, I won't, I will. It's always yes, 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 because you're an industry plant. That's why they all love you. So that was kind of like,
Oh, look at that. Mm,
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
their beef or whatever. And to be honest with you, like in full circle, some of the memes were going around saying like even though they squashed their beef, that whole roast was to prove Cat's point.
got it.
You know what I'm saying? Because integrity, I feel like, is everything. And no matter what, whether you're in the entertainment business, whether you're a layman person and stuff like that, your integrity is what stands out. People will be like, I don't really know her, but that's that chick that was like, no, I'm not doing that. At some point, you do have to stand up and be like, no, I'm not doing that. No matter what they throw at you. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
saying? And some people have been able to do that. Cat Williams, when he tells his story, like, no, I could have been introduced to hundreds and thousands of dollars, but no, that would interfere with my integrity. And as a
Mm-hmm.
mm.
human being, at the end of the day, that's what I want to stick out there. So he was basically going at Kevin Hart and all of them, saying like, y'all are industry plants. They tell you to dress up like a woman, you dress up like a woman. They tell you to go dance in the back and be a dog, you go in the back and dance and be a dog because you want to be Hollywood's go person.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Ty,
You know
what
what
are
I'm saying?
people? What are the people saying?
The peoples are just they listening, but we did have cousin that joined. We had Shamika that joined.
Yay!
Hey, mm-hmm. Everybody's listening.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so that's just like my pretty take on it. I thought it was cool when it first started out, but some of the stuff I was just like, ooh.
Yeah,
You,
it's
you know
below
what
the
it is?
belt.
Yeah, there's I'll say this. There's some comedians like a Dave Chappelle,
Hmm.
and I'll even give it to like Chris Rock and stuff that have the ability to tell those really sensitive or, we don't want no problems with the community. Those jokes
Hmm.
and everything like that. They have a way of telling those jokes where you be like, oh shit, but you be like, oh okay. Dave Chappelle has mastered it. You know what I'm saying? Because he gives his own experience with the LGBT community and how or whatever, and it lands
Hmm.
and it sticks.
That's
You know what I'm
true.
saying? But I don't consider him an industry plant. He's walked away from millions when he had it. He went to Africa and was like, no, because his integrity
Matters to
is
him.
is at stake. So there's some comedians that can do it, and there's some comedians that can't. Kevin Hart, I've watched over time, and I'm a Kevin Hart fan. But I will say, I mean, I think after the second or third actual big special, I was like, the jokes wasn't hitting the way that they, when he first came out, the they wasn't hitting like that
Mm-hmm.
anymore. So you know what I'm saying? Do your commercials, do your
Hmm.
stuff, like continue to make your money. I'm not no hater. Do your movies or whatever like that. But some of the comedic stuff I kind of did fall off with him. There's new other comedians out here. You got Mojo and all that stuff. But I was just like, I'm not I'm not buying a ticket to go see Kevin Hart anymore. I've done that. I've been to one of his comedy shows and it was great. But I did think some of the